What is up, painting company owners? Happy Thursday. Brandon from Painter Marketing Pros here. Today I'm going to talk about a super common issue that we're seeing with a lot of smaller to medium-sized painting companies. And it's this idea that they're getting bad leads, right? And basically wasting their time. Wasting time, wasting time, wasting money. We see it a lot with um, pay-per-lead sites like Home Advisor and Thumbtack and things like that. And there are a few things going wrong. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're paying for these leads, maybe you're in an annual contract with Home Advisor or something like that, and you're frustrated, I can tell you a few things off the bat. Number one, yeah, these services, it's a little windy out here, apologize about that. These services are notorious for tire kicker leads, right? It's just kind of unfortunately, comes with the territory when you're using those services. Some areas are better than others. I'm not going to say that they're all bad. They're not. Some people have great success. Some people have great success with Yelp, which a lot of painting company owners would find that really hard to believe. Most people don't. But it's somewhat location specific. But there are a lot of tire kicker leads that come through those channels, right? So just that customer segment. And then the first issue is you basically having a good amount of low quality leads to begin with. Second issue is then differentiation, right? So when customers, your company, what makes your company better, what makes your company different, the materials you use, the process you use, the quality checks you have in place. Customers don't know that. To them, you're just another painting company, right? So you can't charge a premium and be a commodity at the same time. So you have to find a way to not be a commodity. You have to find a way to stand out from other painting company owners, right, and have that differentiation. And that comes down through communication, professionalism, having clear expectations set to the customer from the minute they enter your world, right? From the minute that lead comes into your world, how are you communicating with them? So, for example, having immediate contact as soon as the lead comes through, setting clear expectations when you set that estimate, having follow-up emails and texts and communication from between the time you set the estimate and when you conduct the estimate. All that plays into it, right? You need to set yourself apart from the other company owners, or else you're just going to compete on price. So that's the second issue. First issue is you have low quality leads. Second issue is you're not presenting yourself differently, so there's no reason to pay more for your service than for someone else. And then the third issue is just not having the processes in place to make everything smooth for the customer, right? To make everything consistent. Because if you're trying to do everything yourself, and we see this a lot with small companies, your 100, 200, 300,000 annual revenue or less, we see it a lot. If you, the owner, maybe you and your wife, are trying to handle everything, all the calls, all the follow-ups, and then you follow up after the service to get the 5-star Google review, or make sure that, God forbid, nothing negative is put online. Things are going to fall through the cracks. You just can't. And as you grow, it's really important to think about where you want to be. And if you want to be at 5 million, but right now you're at 500,000 or 300,000, you need to start putting in the systems and the processes and thinking like a $5 million company. Because if you're thinking like a $300,000 company, you're not going to get to 5 million. You just won't. Or it's going to be a very, very long time. So you have to think several steps ahead of where you're at and kind of put those processes in place to get to where you're at, to get to where you want to go. So anyways, we developed the system, super helpful for all this, but I wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully that makes sense. Reach out if you have any questions, comments, feedback. Have a great day.